Women's FA Cup. Melissa Johnson's doubled the light. That's Melissa Johnson for Charlton Athletic. The result is currently on the screen in front of you, and that's a double from Melissa Johnson. She inspired Charlton Athletic to a
Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.
I think the uniqueness of the Reggae Girls is they embody the national motto of Jamaica, which is out of many one people. So when you look at the entirety of the Jamaica squad, you have dark-skinned girls, mixed-race girls, girls who have black and Asian in them. You also have the homegrown players, so like your Bunny Shaw, your Konya Plummer, your Den Blackwood. So what that means in terms of from a grassroots perspective is girls who are born in Jamaica can look at a Bunny Shaw and hear that authentic accent and say, you know, if Bunny can make it, then so can I. Once you hear that authenticity, that raw Jamaican accent, they should be able to look at a Bunny Shaw who's now our captain to say, if Bunny can do it, especially if you come from the same community, the same parish as her, if she can do it, then so can we.
Hello, I'm Hansi Parchment. You're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.
I feel like I'm from UK, you know.
See the moonlights on the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Tallawah TV is in the town. Whoa, I'm getting ready. Got a corner on the telephone. Yeah, this is the Ocean of the Messenger, and you're watching Tallawah TV with the host and best Davis. Take it away.
My Tallawahs, good afternoon, good evening, possibly good morning. All depends on where you're based in the world. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. I think my microphone's working fine. There's a little background noise, but that is only my fan. Yes, it is winter where I'm at, but I can't help but to keep the fan on because the room does get quite hot. So sorry if you can hear any background noise. It's just my fan. And if it bothers you guys, then drop a comment in the comment section. And next time I do a live stream or any pre-recorded stuff, obviously I'll just turn it off. All right, so the headline reads for itself: Women's FA Cup, Melissa Johnson's doubled the light. I'm going to be diving into that at some point during the show, obviously, because we are talking about the Women's FA Cup. Not sure if you guys caught any games played between, I believe it's yesterday, definitely through to today, including a crop of our Reggae girls. Few of the girls there that I'm going to be touching on for their respective clubs, unfortunately, are nursing injuries, a few lengthy injuries on the sidelines for one or two of those girls. And then you've got a few absentees here and there for other unknown or personal reasons. All right, just to bring you guys up to speed on where we're at with the Reggae girls playing in English football. Okay, so let me try and see if I can bring up the shared screen, because that's how we usually do it. It's been some months since I've actually sat down and given you guys some results pertaining to the Reggae girls and their weekend of action. I know I usually do it as a regular, and it is usually done on the Sunday. Now and again, I might do it on a Monday if there is any football taking place on Monday night football, then obviously I'll leave the Sunday show to Monday. But on today's occasion, I'm solely focusing on some FA Cup action because I think you guys deserve that. It's been a while since I've given you content where the women's team is concerned. All right, so let's bring up that shared screen and let's just dive into it. Women's FA Cup. Is this the one that I need, or is that it? I think this is the one. I got so many tabs open, guys. Let me see if you guys can see that. Let's go back to my other tab. Close that. Yes, looks to me that you can see it. So this right here, guys, the games there played between yesterday and today. This is obviously the fourth round that you guys can see at the top of your screen there. So all the teams that won, all the teams who won their games today went on to the fifth round. So like I said, today was the fourth round. Couple games took place yesterday with the others being played out today. So you can take a quick little glance. I'm not really sure who you guys have your eyes set on. I haven't done this in any particular order, so I'm just going to dive right into it and start from top and then work my way down to the bottom before I close off. All right. And also happy Sunday. I think I forgot my manners. Happy Sunday, guys. I hope that you're having a lovely weekend, or I should say I hope you've had a lovely weekend. And if you're out and about, I hope you make it home safe and sound. So this one that you're looking at, Durham versus Manchester City. I think this was like a lunchtime kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really think you guys are too bothered about when it kicked off. All that matters is the result, and the result is in favor of Manchester City and Khadija Bunny Shaw. You should be able to see the goal scorers on your right here. And unfortunately, on this occasion, Bunny didn't etch her name on the score sheet. Shock. That's probably the news story there from today's FA Cup action. She did play. If I can bring up that team news, because I know that's what you guys want to see. You can see her name there with the arrow pointing down, meaning that she was substituted in the second half. Let's see if I can bring that up for you guys, because I know you guys want to know everything that goes on with our players. So you can see there she was substituted in the second half inside the 67th minute for Mary Fowler. And how this one panned out, I'm sure you guys can read this one for yourself, but if you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. Manchester City and Bunny Shaw advanced to the 5th round of the Adobe Women's FA Cup with a 4-0 win over Durham. And speaking about Khadija Bunny Shaw, and like I said, the news story for you guys is probably that she's not on the score sheet on this occasion, but to keep it positive, let me see if I can bring something else up for you guys, because I like to share my screen with you or whatever I'm looking at. I like you guys to also look at it also. If we could take a look at this screen here, let's see if you guys can see it. Yes, you can. You'll be able to see Khadija Shaw's name. That's Bunny Shaw. Her name there sitting at the top of the WSL. That's the top flight of women's football in England. She's currently holding down the number 1 position, so she's leading the charge. 9 goals in 9 games so far, 2 assists to her name, so she's looking good out in front. Long may it continue. I'll scroll down and you can see who else is on there. Maybe you guys have a couple favorites here and there that you're keeping your eyes on. So I'll just scroll down so you guys can see the rest of the name. But more importantly, leading the ship, leading the charge is Khadija Bunny Shaw. Like I said, 9 games played, as you can see right here, 9 goals scored with 2 assists to her name. So although she didn't find herself on the score sheet on this occasion, she's still sitting at the top of the WSL top scorers chart. And as I said before, long may it continue. If we go back over, if I just backtrack a little bit and go back to the FA Cup action there and scroll down to another team that I'm pretty sure you guys want me to touch on as well. Who's next? I think Bristol City, and this is the club belonging to Shania Hales. Let's just cut the long story short. You can see Shania's name there, the number 9 for Bristol City. Unfortunately, might want to look away if you support Bristol City and Shania Hales, because it's not exactly a pretty reading, is it? They lost 1-0 to Liverpool, and another 1-0 loss, goal scored in the 85th minute. That's the deadlock broken inside the 85th minute at Ashton Gate, and they obviously, like I said, it is a 1-0 loss at the hands of Liverpool. So unfortunately, they won't be able to go one step further than they've done in this particular competition. If you could look back at how well they've performed, 2 years that stood out where they were subsequently runners up, 2011 and also 2012. 2013, where they bucked Arsenal in the final. Won't get the chance to do one better this time round, but maybe next year, maybe next season, they'll be able to go the distance. Next team, if I could go back and look at my results, where are we? Next team in line is Southampton. This is a club belonging to Atlanta. We can go ahead and we can see here she is done in the number 20 jersey there, and a bit like I said before with Bunny Shaw, the arrow facing downwards simply means that she was substituted. So I can try and bring up that substitution there for you. Latter stages of that game in the 86th minute, where the game was almost done and buried. As you can see, there's Southampton killed off the game in the 88th minute, beating Sunderland 2-0. Positive results there for Atlanta and also Southampton as well. A bit like Bunny Shaw and Manchester City, she's also marching on to the 5th round of the FA Cup. Crystal Palace and Blackburn Rovers, and know that Palace is the home belonging to Paige Bailey-Gale. No Paige on today's occasion. Also take you down to the bench, just so that you guys can see for yourself. But on a positive note, you can see there that Crystal Palace defeated Blackburn Rovers 3-1. Tottenham Hotspurs, that's the club belonging to Drew Spence and Rebecca Spencer. And this was definitely one of the games of the rounds of the tournament so far. Entertaining for the neutrals. As you can see there, Sheffield United broke the, I shouldn't say deadlock because it was quite early into the game. Had a flying start is what I should be saying, scoring inside the 13th minute to open up the scoreline, and they doubled their lead inside the 51st minute. And after that, subsequently, what followed was Tottenham Hotspurs going on to digging deep to secure the all-important win. Our Reggae Girls on this occasion, between the sticks, she unfortunately was set on the bench, and obviously I'm referring to Rebecca Spencer. And if I go to the actual starting 11 itself, you'll see that unfortunately in the middle of the part there continues to be the absentee of Big Drew. That's Drew Spence. Unfortunately, she's still on the sideline due to a hamstring injury, and I'll keep you guys posted on that. Hopefully her return is steadily approaching, because she has been out for some months now. So hopefully I could give you guys some update or some positive news pertaining to the return, the much anticipated return of Drew Spence. If we go back and see who else played today, this should have been a Reggae Girls derby, but again, due to injuries, unfortunately it wasn't to be. So you've got Burnley there, that belongs to Lashanti Paul. You got Birmingham City, that is the club there for Siobhan Wilson, and we all know that it's been almost a year now since Wilson has played some ball there for Birmingham City. Unfortunately, she did sustain a ACL injury back in April of last year, and that pretty much brought an end to her season. Not only did it bring an end to her season, but it also saw her miss out on the Women's World Cup, which took place down under in Australia and New Zealand. So she's currently still nursing that ACL injury there, or waiting to be given the green light to take to the field of play. And as with Big Drew and other injuries pertaining to the Reggae Girls, I'll keep you guys posted and let you know what's what when the information becomes available. Now, this for me is most certainly the game of the weekend for obvious reason, purely down to player performance. The results read for itself. If you don't want to read it, I'll go ahead and read it for you. And the star girl of the weekend most certainly belongs to Melissa Johnson. You can see there, Johnson secured a brace, registered a brace to inspire Charlton Athletic to a 4-1 thumping over Ipswich Town. And go ahead and check out the goals there scored by Melissa Johnson. A brace, a double in the bag there for Johnson for Charlton Athletic. Go ahead and try and see if you can watch her performance for Charlton, or maybe even see if you can catch up on the rest of the girls' performance with the games being played this weekend where possible. As I've said, this was purely an update for the FA Women's Cup 4th round of action. The girls who secured the victory for their respective clubs have all successfully marched on to the 5th round, and I believe the round the draw for the 5th round is taking place tomorrow. Let's see if I can bring up some info on that. And it says over on the FA website that fans will be able to tune in and listen to the draw for the Adobe Women's FA Cup 5th round on BBC Radio 5 Live on the evening of Monday, the 15th of January. So that's taking place tomorrow, guys. So do keep your eyes peeled for that one. Let's see who gets to. We might get a couple of Reggae Girls going head to head there. Those are the mouth-watering clash that we are all hoping for. Maybe I shouldn't speak for you. Maybe I should just speak for myself. I'm hoping for a couple Reggae Girls clashes here and there. So the headline reads for itself: Women's FA Cup, Melissa Johnson's double delight. That's Melissa Johnson for Charlton Athletic. The result is currently on the screen in front of you, and that's a double from Melissa Johnson. She inspired Charlton Athletic to a thumping 4-1 win over Ipswich Town. And speaking of Charlton Athletic, this one might have caught your eyes. You might have caught glimpses of this story. I think it's only right that we touch on it, even though it is me drifting off topic and talking about the men's team. Charlton Athletic are delighted to announce a partnership with leading Jamaican football academy Mount Pleasant, with the long-term aim of further improving the quality of elite players graduating from the Addicts Esteem Academy. And as you already know, pertaining to the Reggae Boys, you've got Hector and also Anderson. And so if you want to go ahead and give that a bit more of an in-depth reading, you're more than welcome to do so. All you have to do is just head over to Charlton Athletic official website. So that's that, guys. We've come to the end of the show. Don't forget your manners. Do go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, do go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
John Barnes, and you're watching Tallawah TV with Crystal Davis.